What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Understanding the Reason. My name is Jerome Majette. I'm excited that you guys are here. We got some great information that we've been going over the last, 50 something videos or whatever. But please go back and check us out, man, from the beginning. All right. We've been looking at why are we here? Why did God, who is a spirit, put us on this planet? And so it's just been my pleasure sharing with you guys out of my book. 18 years, man. 18 years research to find out and answer those questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose? And what happens next? That's very important. I think most human beings want to know that. So we've been reading through the book. We've made it through chapter 2. Now we on chapter 3 of the book. Please get your copy of it. The link is in the description. Also, if you do decide to purchase the book or get any of our merch, just send me a quick selfie over on Facebook Messenger, And then what we're going to do is shout you out at the end of our video. And please stick around to see who we shout out on this video and help us celebrate them for their support. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's get into it, man. So our foundational scripture, get your notes. Our foundational scripture is found in John, the book of John. And we're looking at the first chapter and the 3rd verse. Okay. And it says, through him, all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has been made. In other words, God created the heavens and the earth. We talked about that. We talked about how the earth was similar to Mars. Like if you look at Mars today, that's what the earth was like when God created the heavens and the earth, right? And there was a war in heaven. We talked about the war in heaven and how Satan and his forces went up against Michael and his forces because they were trying to overthrow the highest seat in heaven. Satan wanted to be the Most High, right? Like the Most High. And ultimately he got defeated, apprehended, and flung to the earth. When they hit the earth, they cracked the water table, the earth flooded, and God took that damage and he literally created our atmosphere. And the purpose of our atmosphere is to prevent our water supply from being exposed to the sun or naked space, right? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in more detail. But he did that so that he could prevent our water supply from being taken away, because he knew he was going to create us. So we're reading right now, chapter 3, the reason for creation. Okay, so I'm just going to start reading. If you have the book, follow along with me and let's get it going. In light of what has been presented in Genesis and observing what has been scientifically confirmed, I am convinced the Almighty's intent was to create humanity. And just to let you guys know, I'm not a scientist at all. I just read the data and take the data and look at what did ancient scripture say, and does the data support what the scripture says? And that's what we've been doing. That's what I did over the 18 years of putting this book together. So if the creation narrative is true, it should stand up to a scientific scrutiny. It should clearly have its basis in what life's experience has been for all of us, right? Therefore, our quest is to establish whether the universe and the abundance of matter it contains was created as scripture presents. Did God craft the universe and all that it contains? Did he create the earth? Did he create man? Did he create us, right? In his image. And that's the other part. The scripture says that we were made in the image of God. So if that's true, then we should be able to confirm it. And that's the part. I'm not interested in like the religious aspect of it. You know, because when I look at the Bible, what I see is after studying it over and over and over again, what I began to come away, or what I've come away with, is number one, God created everything. He had to, because in order for life to come into existence, it couldn't have just spontaneously happened, right? Like nothing does. If you look at your own personal life, there's nothing in your life that just happens. There's always a reason for it. There's always a reason behind it. I mean, from the biggest thing to the smallest thing, there's always a reason for things to take place, and nothing just happens just because it's going to happen. So I can't ascribe to the idea that science is trying to tell us that the universe happened from a big bang and it just boom, everything came into existence. I just can't go with that. There's got to be, if there was a big bang, which it could have been, somebody lit the fuse. Okay, that's all I'm saying, right? So amazingly to me, the God of creation disclosed information for our knowledge in a narrative that was passed to us through the ancient Hebrew prophet named Moses. It is rightly supposed that he received divine data directly from God. Upon careful examination of the creation account, I can honestly say that there was no other way for him to know the information without receiving it from its source. It would not have been possible for Moses. Okay, and we're talking about there was no microscopes and telescopes and no scientific equipment to be able to verify and all of that. The information that he received absolutely had to come from the source. There was no other way for him to get it, right? And that's what we're saying here. So despite controversy, the Bible continues to offer the only narrative of our origin able to withstand its detractors' skepticism. It contains a bold presentation of the Creator's involvement in the manufacture of the wide variety of life on earth. Although many traditions of origin exist, there is no other book, manuscript, or ancient document that stands as concretely under the weight of scientific scrutiny as the Bible. And that is absolutely that's the truth, man. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. So the Bible has withstood endless debates and intense analysis more than any other ancient manuscript in history. Yet some still view it as a mythological book filled with religious tall tales. In this chapter, we will seek to answer the questions: is the narrative offered in Scripture an ideological or religious hoax? Is it the product of our imagination? Is it a book that, because people, when I was, this is true, man. When I was a young kid, we used to have like these table Bibles, right? And they were like, man, these jokers was like this long, and they would just sit the Bible on the table, and you couldn't touch it. Man, you touch that thing, my grandmother would wear you out. If you touch that Bible, because people really look at the Bible like it's a religious document, but there's so much scientific data in that's been confirmed about some of the things that's in the Bible. So this chapter, we're going to go through and really look at the creation narrative and see how does it stand up to that scrutiny? How does it stand up to scientific evaluation, right? And if it stands up to it, then guess what? For me personally, I don't know about nobody else, but for me, that means that it's 100% the truth, 100%. And then if that stands up, then we know that there's some real stuff going on here, man, that we need to share with everybody. So please, when I say like, share, subscribe, put your comments down below, I really truly mean it, because I want to enter in this interchange with you and go back, man. Listen, go back and forth if we have to. I just want to know if it's true. And so with that, thank you so very much, guys, for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys coming back. If you do decide to take us up on our gear, our book, hey man, we'll feature you. You just send me the selfie. We'll feature you. Stay tuned. Don't get off. Just because you hear that music going, stay and help me celebrate the next person, just to show our love and appreciation for them, okay? Thank you so much, man. You guys have a blessed week. We appreciate you guys. Keep coming back. We love you. Peace.